Hey there, Jenny Morrow here. So I was taking a break in my work this afternoon and I was checking in with my challengers. And today we were talking about what exercise is challenging us most currently in our programs. And a lot of the girls are doing the same program. And we have this move in there called Sphinx blasters. And they are killer. Like, let me tell you, this is one of the hardest exercises I've ever had to learn. It's just not easy. I totally understand. Honestly, I still can't do them on my toes. I do them on my knees. But so many of them mentioned how difficult it was that I thought I'd just do a little breakdown, and I'll share it in there with them. But you might be interested too if you've heard of this exercise, or if you're just looking to challenge yourself. This might be something that you want to add into really your upper body and core program, because it takes a lot of core work as well. So I'm going to share it here. I hope it's helpful. And if you have any questions, make sure you let me know, because I know this one's not easy, but it is pretty cool. And it's a nice way to work your upper body and your triceps without just like holding a plank or doing tricep push-ups. So here's another variation. All right, so Sphinx blasters. You're going to be on your knees because this is just hard. It's hard out there. And you can work up out there, but be on your knees first. Here's what I have found helps the most. Get your hands right underneath your shoulders. Like, not out here, not out to the side, not wide, like literally right underneath your shoulders. And then I want you to do something that might feel a little awkward at first. You're gonna turn your hands and wrists out just slightly, not a ton because it can get uncomfortable, but just slightly. I want you to think of going down and keeping your elbows right next to your ribs the entire time, okay? So none of this, not a traditional push-up. You're in here, get your hands stacked right under your shoulders, and then turn your hands out just slightly, all right? Stay stacked this way. To do a Sphinx blaster, you have to first go down into a tricep push-up down here, and then you're gonna kick your elbows back. Your butt's gonna come up, which is not traditional for push-ups. And then you're gonna come back into a tricep push-up and push up. Now, what's allowing me to do that effectively is that I'm keeping my hands stacked right underneath my shoulders. And my elbows, they're not leaving my side. So, again, get into this position, straight spine, look straight ahead, turn those hands out just slightly, come down into a tricep push-up, kick your elbows back, bring your butt up. Again, I know it's not traditional, but it's okay. And then you're gonna come back up here. So if you wanna see a few in a row, they look like this. So I think where people get caught up with this exercise, let me come adjust a little bit. I think where people get caught up is that they're thinking, you know, I've got to keep the straight spine, I've got to keep my butt down. And when you're going into the push-up, yes, you do. But to kick back into that Sphinx position where your forearm is flat on the ground, you've got to let the butt come up. So if you're doing that, you're going to ease up the exercise just a little bit. If you're keeping your wrist stacked under your shoulder, that helps tremendously because you're not adding an extra angle in there. You are just working the triceps, and then you're going to move through different angles of the tricep as you push back into Sphinx and push back up. But rather than having to account for various angles based on where your hands are, you're making them move a little bit more smoothly. So let me show you one more time. Again, you're going to be down here like this. My arms aren't out here, they're not way back here, they're not out wide, they're right underneath my shoulders. I'm turning my palms out just slightly. Turn them out just slightly, and then lower the body down, kick your elbows back, my butt comes up, you see it, come back up, push up. And it's, guys, not easy. This exercise is not easy, but getting those specific movements down really helps a lot. And then, like I said, I can't do them on my toes yet. I just can't. I'm working my way up. I'm building the strength. If you need a starting place, you just do the tricep push-up. You don't kick back into the Sphinx. Totally cool. You're still working. You're still burning those muscles. It's going to work. It's going to work, and you're going to build up the strength. But try that. If you're trying to master this exercise, try the tricep position with your hands just slightly out. Graze your ribs with your elbows as you come down into the tricep push-up, and then kick your butt up. Like, just kick it up in the air, and don't be so concerned with that traditional straight spine like we do when we're planking or in push-ups or things like that. In this exercise, it's fluid, it's movement, and so you're purposefully getting out of position and coming back into it. So really, you're not getting out of position because it's part of the exercise, but I just wanted to come on because a lot of people have questions about this one, and I wanted to make sure you had an opportunity to get it right. If you have anything else or like need a different kind of breakdown or a different angle, let me know. More than happy to help with this. I want you working out safe and effectively. This is one of the ways to do that for this exercise. Thanks for tuning in. Check back to the beginning for the full description, and I'll catch up with you soon if you have any questions about it. Talk to you later.